Here we are on the porch of the Brown house. You know, people have told me that Hoover was a dour man without a sense of humor, but I kind of doubt that because I think it's kind of fun that he named this the Brown house. Get it? White House, Brown house. So this is where the Hoovers were. They were Antaeus-like in that they derived a lot of peace and rejuvenation from the outdoors. And so when Mrs. Hoover designed the cabin, or the camp, which she was responsible for all kinds of details there, she wanted to look for ways to, as much as possible, bring the outdoors in and to provide great outdoor spaces. So all the cabins have these huge, wonderful decks. And I want to take you to a particular feature of this deck and look at a couple of things right here. So I want you to notice this panel right here and these hinges. We're going to talk about that some more in just a few minutes. And I'd also, oh, look, looks like there's a problem here. And if you look down here, you see a hole in the deck. Well, that was actually totally on purpose. The Hoovers, of course, being huge lovers of nature, they didn't want to cut down the trees, so they let the tree grow right through the porch and into the roof. But it had to be, unfortunately, taken out in later years. Well, let's take a look inside and see these relaxing, beautiful spaces that she created. The Hoovers came often, and one of the things that happened that sort of evolved about the camp is that they started to use it as a working retreat as well as a recreational retreat. And so Hoover would have themed weekends where he would invite people around a certain issue. He liked to isolate them so they could have these intense conversations and not be interrupted. For example, one weekend he invited Charles Lindbergh, the Postmaster General, and several other people, and they discussed the possibility of airmail. So that was kind of something that he did a lot. Now, here's what I wanted to talk to you about that window. Remember when we looked at that panel? So this is the inside of that panel. And because she wanted to bring the outdoors in, she created these panels. And the inspiration for that was tents. Originally, she wanted tents. She wanted canvas. And so this is what they had at first. But there was this incessant flapping, and it drove them nuts. Plus, they wanted to be able to come more often in the chillier months. So they actually enclosed them with this German siding. But because she loved that idea of tent flaps, she created these tent flaps, these wooden ones that went down. And then as you can see over here, the windows just sort of tilt out. And so again, she's bringing the outdoors in.